Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope forecast for week commencing the 13th of January for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. This week begins with us all coming to terms with that mighty stellium which occurred in the sign of Capricorn last week. This is making us all think about our role in life, anything to do with property, and we could find ourselves thinking carefully about our relationship with people who are older or younger than us, or are thinking around institutions, or even how we think about our goals and ambitions. They're very much to the fore. But Tuesday sees Venus move out of the friendly sign of Aquarius and into the more gentle, tranquil sign of Pisces. But it does, through to Thursday, forge an electrifying angle to Uranus, the planet of change, which is in the earthy sign of Taurus. This suggests that this can be a time to, in one way, go with the flow which is coming from Venus, but also be quite open-minded about who we can connect with around our relationship possibility. In an existing relationship, perhaps this is calling us to think about how we can reinvent it in some way, keep it fresh, keep changing and evolving, which comes from the mutability of that Pisces flowing energy. But also on Friday, Mercury replaces Venus in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Mercury in Aquarius is a very positive transit. This is an opportunity for us to keep up the interaction that Venus and the midpoint of the Sun and the Moon encouraged us to engage with from the start of the year. And of course, also we have Mars in the friendly, go-getting sign of Sagittarius, and that's actually forging a very positive semi-sextile with Jupiter right through this week. And of course, Jupiter governs Sagittarius. So I think that this can be a time when we can be more progressive as well, but especially when we're thinking about how we can make our resources work for us in a more enterprising way. But there is a quarter moon also on Friday in the sign of Libra. And if we do have to interact with anyone remotely influential, such as a boss, or perhaps someone who works for us, how we come across is going to be critical. Libran energy can almost see us try too hard, whereas Capricorn energy is much more traditional. So it's just finding a balance between how we flex to deal with our relationships, especially professional ones, without completely giving away our power, but at the same time being responsive to what's required. So this is a week that does provide some real opportunities. It is true that Mercury is squaring up with Uranus on the last couple of days. Because they're both in fixed signs, I feel that when it comes to more impulsive decisions or thinking around finances, it's just saying to us, before we do make the jump to actually do something, we do think it through, and also we just don't get too stubborn or fixed in our thinking, which can come through Mercury in Aquarius if there is a new idea that we need to engage with. Your specific forecast, Aries, is fascinating, with Venus moving on Tuesday into a more private and sheltered part of your situation and squaring up with Uranus, which is in the part of your scope to do with sensuality and connections. It is possible in the most extreme cases that you might want to separate yourself from someone who's not really meeting your values, which is Uranus, the second house, and because Venus is in the 12th house, this can be a time of deeper reflection about what you want from a relationship. Even if you don't decide to actually break away from someone, you may be giving it a lot of thought over the next 28 days about exactly what you want. If you're single, it is possible that someone from your past could come much more strongly into your thinking over this next month. But, of course, even if you check out what they're doing on social media, or you do get a yearning to connect, it isn't necessarily always the best thing to go back, but I wouldn't exclude it. Now, conversely, Mercury is going to be moving into a lovely, friendly part of your situation this week, but that clashes quite badly with Uranus, and therefore towards the end of this week, this suggests that if there is a real difference between how you feel about something around your values and someone else, it could make you think very carefully about your future together, or about how you just approach your resources in general in terms of the longer term. But with the big connection of energy between the Sun, Saturn and Pluto going on to just about midweek, you're still, I feel, going to be quite focused on how you're perceived by people in general in the world. If you don't have the footprint that you feel that you're worthy of, the chances are you're going to want to redouble your efforts at this time. If, on the other hand, if you feel that you are getting the respect and the recognition that you deserve, this can be a time of really being quite chuffed about how all your hard work has led to this high point. Now, we do have a quarter moon in your opposite sign on Friday. This is just saying to you, I feel, that when it comes to your interactions with people, just be conscious if there are any strands linked to kind of power, really. So is someone making any conditions around how you interact? If they are, it could make you think very carefully about whether that's the type of relationship you really want. But Mars is still in that part of your horoscope which is making you quite adventurous and wanting to break out. This could see you travel for work. It may see you thinking about property overseas if you're fortunate enough to be able to afford that. But equally, it could be that you're just thinking how you can widen your horizons and raise your profile and the recognition you feel you deserve. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aries. If you'd like to cut through and go beyond your zodiac sign, discover what this year holds for the next 12 months in the time of order, and buy your 12-month personal horoscope forecast. You can also get your character analysis and get 30% off. Please see the link beneath this video. But for now, it's been a real pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to go beyond your zodiac sign and discover what 2020 will hold for you based on your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.